Hello, Rasquatch here. The part 4 of 12 on our initial startup teams for our NCAA 12 dynasty. Um, Today we're going to be breaking down the Eastern Michigan Eagles. This is going to be my son's team, so it's kind of interesting to watch him as he's trying to build as the offensive coordinator. Before we get started, let me just talk a little bit about the Eagles, kind of where they've been at these past few seasons. Their previous coach was Jeff Woodruff, and from 2000 to 2003, he had a 9-34 record with only a 4-23 record. Coming into the 2004 season, he was let go, and they brought in a new coach named Jeff Yenyuk. So they had some vast improvement this season in real life, going 4-7, 4-4 in the MAC. So that was better than they had done in previous seasons. But this program has a lot of work to do, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how it ends up happening. But taking a look at the roster, you have the Bonnet brothers both playing on this squad. Below average, though, unfortunately, both of them, mostly because of you can see their lower awareness scores. But Cyrus's offensive strategy, luckily, though, revolves around the running game. So he wants to run the ball a lot and have good offensive line play. So if you look at Anthony Sherrill, he should do very well and should be able to rack up the yardage. But they have a decent tight end. He can block and receive, but primarily a blocker. So that, coupled with a decent offensive line for the MAC, should make them at least serviceable up front, and I can see their offense doing well if they can stick to a more run-heavy scheme like he wants to run. As far as coach goals, all they really need is 2,000 plus yards of offense in one season to kind of pass. So that, realistically, that's not a whole lot. 10 passing touchdowns. They may actually have some trouble getting there, but as you can see, some of his other goals, not winning 4 games will potentially get him on the hot seat. So we'll just have to see what goals he's able to meet. And then finally, if we look at the recruiting, they may struggle. They have a lot of D plus or D ratings in a lot of the areas, and the rest are just average, unlike some of the other schools. So as a one-star program, they're going to have a lot of work to do, and they're going to have to rely on the Michigan talent pool, Michigan, Ohio, Wisconsin, that area, in order to recruit well. And then finally, taking just a overview of their team, they only have 3 needs on offense, one being a fullback to a tackle. So they still have a fairly young offense intact, which should only bode well for Cyrus as he continues on into the future of this team. So just wanted to give a quick breakdown and let us know how you think he'll do. But based on everything I'm seeing, they should be able to match that 4-7 record in which they had in 2004, but only time will tell. All right, thanks. Have a good night.